Should be starting. It's on right now. All right, y'all. We are live with the first FNG Madden 19 for this year. I mean, I love y'all show last year. Uh, yeah, watched it faithfully, and then of course we'll talk about it. Myself and Dan and D and my nephew Reggie. About the show y'all did last year. So I know this is the first one, man. We've been hungry for a show like this just to talk about it.
Right.
I know one of the first questions I wanted to ask though was just, what do you think about Madden so far compared to to years past?
It's a little different. I think the play style, just getting the feel for the game was a lot different this year than in previous Madness. I know I struggled a lot with it, and I think it was more because I was, life just got in the way of things, so it wasn't easy just to pick up the sticks and start playing. So it took me a little bit to transition and pick up on stuff, and
Right, right.
and I think for the most part, it seemed like a lot of the guys in the league had the same issue. Just they had a lot going on, really didn't practice or lab it up like they should have, and thought, just like the previous match, you could just jump right in and play, and it didn't work out that way for a lot of us. So
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's almost like playing Mortal Kombat right now. Oh man, you gotta do your up, left, right, all that stuff, man.
right,
Just to get a pass off now, man. This is crazy.
right,
Especially like right now, I'm struggling with the high low passes. I had a game last night in my other league, and um, twice in the red zone, I threw an interception and I pressed the wrong button.
mm,
So, and I threw a low pass, so I meant to throw a high pass. And
right.
I'm like, come on, man. It's just fat fingered on a Madden game. It's
It happens, especially when you know what you want to do. Just you overcompensate, get excited, whatever the case may be, and you throw the wrong, run the wrong play or throw the wrong pass.
right, right, right. Now I did share in the where you show our highlights and stuff like that.
Right.
I've been posting, of course, I'll post some highlights, but lately I've been posting like different glitches. So I posted one where my running back got tackled, thrown to the ground, got back up and ran it for a touchdown. So I'm like, now, granted, it benefited me, but I'm just like, how is that possible?
Right.
In Madden 19, this game, all these games coming out, we got those kind of glitches going on. I know last year we had one where I was playing Reggie. I think he had the Jets last year, and I fumbled, and then the ball morphed 30 yards up.
I think I
He
saw
get
that.
in. Yeah, yeah. You see, all right. I'm just like, come on, y'all, man, come on.
I think you even posted something about how this is why you hate Madden or
Yeah, yeah,
something like
exactly.
that.
Right, man. It's like, and I lost that game too.
Right.
I just knew when I seen that, I'm like, yep, yeah, this game I ain't gonna win it. And he
Yeah,
ain't beat me since.
it seems like some games when you have like that, it's like you're fighting the game to try to, you got to fight the game to get the advantage, and then on top of that, hope that your opponent doesn't get ahead of you, because then you're when you play from behind, it's hard to catch up sometimes. So,
Right,
especially when you
right.
got games like
Yes,
that.
sir. Right. I know when it first came out though, I thought it was actually kind of smooth. Before they did the patches and everything, it was some stuff they needed to fix, but it wasn't bad. It
Right.
seemed like lately these patches, you just seen different stuff now.
Right.
I even stopped playing online because there's so many glitches now they do on defense. I'm like, oh, forget that. You're gonna be in the same defense and do that crap. I'm good for a W. No, I'm good. I just play, my own little, franchise league or whatever. But yeah,
I think someone
it's.
in our and I think then someone in the league post something of kind of like that, the
Yeah,
glitches that
I
we
think Nation did. Yeah,
yeah.
Tony. I think Tony told me that. Yeah,
Yeah, someone posted something about that, and it makes sense. I mean, as far as long as this game is gone, you think the updates would better the game, not make it worse.
exactly,
So
exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely not a game compared to the past that you could just pick up and just play. No,
right,
no. I had a couple coworkers talking about they could beat me. I'm like, oh, how long you been playing? Oh, I'm about to go buy it tonight. No,
not happening. Yeah,
not happening. No,
yeah.
sir. No, sir. All right. So some of the topics I do have, I might have a list of stuff. And just basically, going off of what y'all did last year, definitely talk about the standings. I know this is the first show we had this season, so we hadn't talked about, you know, before the season, who y'all predict will win a Super Bowl or not.
Right.
The top five. We ain't done none of that. So we're going into the playoff now. I think we only got one game played, which I think it was the Ravens. Somehow the Madden guys got them in in the playoffs.
Right.
But yeah, I think they won their game.
Yeah, I think he
But
posted some of those controversial. I think it was that. That brings up another topic on that game because I think the person he played quit or conceded or something like that.
right.
So
Yeah,
he was
like
kind
yeah,
of
in our text he said that at halftime he said he conceded.
right.
I'm thinking about, all right, did he just quit? But it showed that the game didn't play.
Well, I think then in when you're in franchise, I don't know if it really gives you the option to concede. Um, if it does, it doesn't really say. It just says your opponent quit. Um,
Okay.
so, and I think that's something we may, like Tranks and I will probably have to kind of engage this offseason to figure out, do we want to allow that stuff to kind of happen? Because it kind of doesn't really allow the person playing, like in Reggie's case, the stats and stuff they count. He doesn't get to,
Exactly.
but he doesn't get to complete the game. So I don't know how if that is a disadvantage to him going into his next game, or if that's an advantage for him or not.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to, re-engage that to figure out are we going to do sanctions for stuff like that. I mean, I was at the beginning of the year, I was at fault for 1-2 when I played that game against the Dolphins, where it's just all white, and I couldn't. And there's no way. I mean, I tried, and I think the communication, he was new, and we just couldn't. Pausing the game is always hard when you're in the middle of the game to say, hey, let's pause, let's try to talk. It's probably more better to try to maybe set that up before the game and say, hey, if there's any issues, if I pause, just don't, let
Yeah.
the game pause and let us figure out what we're going to do. But it's definitely something we got to probably
Right.
figure out because it normally in the past, it probably would be a sanction, but it was a playoff game, and you don't want to see that kind of stuff be the norm where someone says, "Oh, I'm getting my butt whooped, so let me stop playing." I don't think
Right.
it's for the other guy who's committed all season long to get there, and all of a sudden they get a game halfway, halftime they're done playing. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely something we got to hash out and figure out what we want to do or how to address that.
Right. And especially I think Trank said it, if there's an emergency, just
Right,
communicate. That's it. That's
right,
communication. Hey, something happened.
right,
2 weeks ago we had emergency here with my oldest daughter. And I just started the game. And I'm like, you know what? No. I hit the guy up. I got an emergency.
right,
He was like, hey, it's cool. But for us, it was just the first quarter.
right,
He was like, hey, we'll play when you get back. We played a couple days later, but communicate.
right,
The thing is, if you're getting your butt kicked, get your butt kicked.
right.
That's it.
Yeah, own the loss.
That's it.
Correct. Yeah,
Just own the loss, so you
right.
learn from it. I had one in my other league. I got beat 55-7.
Oh
And I
wow.
sat there. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. And I was undefeated in that league too. And but I sat there. I'm not gonna quit. Yeah, I'm mad, but everything I did in that game, it was my fault. It wasn't his fault. He didn't do no glitch. He just kicked my butt.
Right,
And you sit there, you just take that butt kicking, so he can get his stats, and you get those negative stats. One get the L, and then
right,
whatever stats you gonna get because you ain't getting no
right,
touchdowns. So yeah, just own it. That's it.
right.
Especially it's a playoff game. That's when he texts us. I'm like, what? At halftime he quit.
Yeah.
So
And like
yeah,
we really don't know because we haven't heard from him, and I know I haven't reached out to him as of yet, and I'm not sure if Tranks has, but we'll like as always, we always kind of get to the bottom line, and we'll figure out what we need to do and how to address it in the future because it's definitely something. I mean, looking at it, playoff games, you don't want that, and I think even during the season, we don't want that kind of stuff to happen. I'd rather prefer that you, like you said, take the loss, own it, take that game as a practice game, and then move forward for the next game. Try to get better the next game. Don't make it a habit
exactly,
because then at that point everybody's gonna do it. And you have a bad game,
exactly.
you get upset, people just start quitting. We don't want that we really don't want that kind of play in the league anyway. So
Yep.
we're all better than that anyway. So
Yeah, man. I mean, I know this is my first time really speaking to you, but I definitely talked to Trinks a couple of times. But definitely, this is off topic, but I should have started off like this. But y'all run a smooth league. I'm in some other leagues where um, rules are added as a league goes on.
lie, yeah,
It's
we
not
don't.
it.
It's not good when you're doing stuff like that.
No, I mean, this rules already set in place, and if you want to talk about, or have a conversation about some stuff that you want to implement to the league, let's do it at the end of the season. But
Right,
if people are breaking rules that you already have in place, then you address some of those things. Now, I feel like y'all do it the right way, um, and definitely, I in some of the other leagues I'm in, I'm not invested like this. I'm not going to, I have my time set to the side to play the game.
Right.
and not to just, not to talk about the game. In this league, I definitely love the people in it, the good and the bad. I think it's ran smooth. It's not, you're not pressured when you play your game.
Right.
And have 1,000 rules in your head. Like, I gotta make sure I do this and make sure I do that.
Right.
Just play a fair game. I know some stuff that was addressed. I think my brother last year, he was doing something where he was kicking the ball a certain way, and it's just one of those. And realistic, real NFL, they don't kick the ball like that. All right,
Right.
and you just address it. That's it. Play the game, straight up. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? We know it's a video game, but come on now. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you, man, y'all run a smooth league and communicate well, and what I see so far, games are the league is advanced on time. We'll probably wait for a game, or for a couple minutes past the scheduled time we're supposed to advance, but y'all do an excellent job making sure it's advanced. I've been a commissioner before, so I know it's like, man, I gotta make sure my Wednesday nights and my Saturday nights
Right.
I'm at home so I can advance the league. But then we got the app too, so
Correct. It makes
yeah,
it a lot
yeah,
easier with that app now than before because you don't have to be at the console. Yeah, but we appreciate that, hearing that from you guys, and knowing that you guys appreciate the work we put into it, and adhere to the rules. And again, the good thing about our league that I like the most is that when there are changes, we let you guys vote. It's not something that we
mhm,
just arbitrarily do, make a change and you guys got to deal with it. We let y'all vote. We go by majority, what the majority rules decide. If the vote is not really a majority, then it's pretty much an open option until we do get a majority vote. But anytime a big change is going to come down, we always let you guys vote and decide if it's something you guys want, and then we implement it. And of course, if there's
yeah,
sanctions and things of that nature, we go from there. But we do our best, and again, we enjoy and like the fact that you guys kind of yourself and others have kind of reached out to us and said, hey, the league is smooth. We appreciate what you guys do, and we love it. And we're kind of glad with you, your brother, and a few other guys that joined later on. As we were kind of things were falling apart. Not really falling apart, but you always lose those players, and then you get new players. Seems like
yeah,
the group we got now, the core guys we got now, is pretty good. We all tend to, we reach out to one another when we have to. We every now and then we talk trash and we mess around, but for the most part, we're respectful, and
yeah,
we do our thing, play the games, and
yeah.
we get what we need to get done. So every now and then we have a hiccup here and there. Someone breaks a rule, we sanction them. You guys, you know, get on them for it, but then
Oh yeah,
we move on. So it's not something that we dwell on. So
yeah, yeah. We call my nephew. I got two nephews. I got Reggie. Reggie is the
the Ravens,
Vikings. Yeah, the Ravens. I mean, yeah, Ravens. And then my other nephew is Justin. He
the
has the Bills,
Bills.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we call him Can't Get Right. So yeah, he probably watching too. Yeah, I said it, can't get right. Yeah, we have our own little chat room, little text group, and I'm like, dude, why would you do that? I think he did a trade to a computer. Why would you do that?
I think he's had
Yeah.
each season he's had some come up. It's yeah. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's like I think it's his first. Was it his first or second week in the league, and he got sanctioned for something like,
yeah,
man, I just
yeah.
text you said read the rules, read the rules. But
It's those
yeah,
growing
yeah, man,
pains,
y'all.
bro.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, man. But I love it though, love it. Um, so from there, man, like I said, I got a lot of topics. Um, since we waited, this is the first time we had our a show. You just want to talk about the playoffs starting off?
We can. We can definitely hit that. It's kind of tough because we didn't go week to week. We didn't do any of that
No, that's what I'm
stuff that we
saying.
normally do. As far as
Yeah,
the top 10, the top five, and all that stuff. So we didn't even talk about players and who's MVP, who's Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, stuff like that. So kind of suck because we kind of, like I said, everybody got really busy.
yeah,
We appreciate you stepping up and kind of putting this, and I know everyone's been asking about it. So hopefully next season, going into next season, we can kind of be a little bit more active on it and hit everything. But yeah, we can hit the playoffs. I think, like you said, we had the Ravens and the Dolphins played. Ravens pulled that game out.
yeah.
I
Give him a
believe we
score of
had
31-10.
yeah,
Yep.
and I think we have what is the 49ers and the Vikings is another game
Yes, sir.
there. That'll be a tough one because the Vikings seem to have Tranks's number there. Kyle
Yeah. Oh,
seems
does he?
to have
Okay.
it. So, but we'll see
All
because
right.
Tranks looks like he's got his team together this time. Um, So his team's a little bit better
Mm.
than the last Madden. So he could pull that game out.
Wait, just off note. I mean, their division, his division that he's in,
It's nasty.
that's mean. That is mean. I actually don't want no part of that division right there because, yeah, and I think they got all three. It's three of them are
Yep.
in the playoffs. Yeah, and the Rams. I mean, they usually are a solid team going to the playoffs, and you add of course D and Dan to that division.
Oh
That's
yeah.
tough. That's
Oh
tough.
yeah.
Maybe pull up their division, man. That's
More he got. Then that's the thing with Wally. He got two new players that he's not familiar with. So with Tranks, him and Tranks, they kind of go. Sometimes they split the games, or they, one of like I think last year he had his Wally had Tranks' number. But when you add D and then your brother into that league, it's that's
that's
a tough
mean.
league. That's a
I mean,
that's a tough division.
you got three teams in that division, right? And the Cardinals went 14-2, Seahawks went 12-4, 49ers went 12-4
Yeah,
in that division alone. Man, and the Rams went 7-9.
and
And
I'm
I
pretty
play. I
sure
mean, he's
those
a good
rosters were
player.
against each other.
Right. Exactly. Right. Right. I think the Seahawks and 49ers, they split.
Yep.
I think they split a game. And I think the Cardinals lost to the Seahawks early in the season too. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's ooh. Yeah, I said it before, and we was talking before a couple weeks ago. We was doing a test run. I was like, y'all, I don't want no part of y'all division because I mean, don't get me wrong, I love competition, but I also want to make it to the playoffs.
Right.
Good lord,
Yeah.
you almost can't make it. But yeah, definitely the Ravens are, they got that win. I love to see that game, the 49ers and Vikings. I think Tranks, I think he's gonna get a lot better with having Dan and D in that
Oh yeah.
division. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah,
was
he's
actually
he's
looking
good.
forward to that. He's like, put everyone in my division. That's fine because I'm only gonna get better. So.
Yep. Well, remember last year, Chaz was supposed to take the Cardinals, right?
Right.
And he was, excited about that.
Yep.
Somebody get better playing Chaz twice a year. So, you know, of course, Chaz, I hate to see him. I actually thank him for that Super Bowl last year too. Hey, Chaz, I'm going off topic, but Chaz, that guy, whew, he was hard to
he's
play.
yeah. He's a beast.
Yeah, that's Matt and God right there. Yeah, God bless him.
Right.
But yeah, so then you got the Jags and the Chiefs. I don't know about.
That's gonna be a decent. I think that's gonna be a dogfight. It's
Mhm.
because you got Bullock. He always switches team. He's no he's I think he's floated around from division to the. I mean, he just takes whatever team is available. But I think he's got a pretty decent squad with Mahomes, Hunt and stuff. I mean, I played him close a couple games, but I think he's had some things come up. But hopefully, now that he's in the playoffs, he's kind of locked things down, giving some more time to Madden. But I think it's gonna be a good game. And the Jags ain't no joke. Billups saying Steven ain't no joke. He came in the league, he took the Jags over, and he's been a force to be reckoned with in that division. So him and the Texans. It's kind of sad to see the Texans go over to the NFC because I think he's going to take the Bears next season.
Yeah, I
So
seen
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
So it's going to be hopefully Nation and can kind of keep up the competition in that division. But I think it's going to be a good game. I think that game may go down to the wire. 3 points, a touchdown. Who's it's going to be close.
Yeah,
It's really hard to say who's going to. I can't say that someone's going to. Normally I could say yeah this guy's going to win that game, but that one's going to be a close one.
yep, yeah. Please and guys, I know we got at least three viewers watching right now, but please make sure though y'all Twitch these games. Either use Twitch or Mixer.
Yeah.
Because I seen some guys, they'll play during the day, and I'm at my desk. While I'm doing my payroll or something, I'm like, oh, somebody playing. I'll put my phone right there.
Yeah, and watch it.
And I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Sure. I put it on my other monitor that I have up, and I have a couple people in my office. They watch it. I got them into it. So, oh yeah,
That's
they know I'm
cool.
a Madden head. All right, then we got the Seahawks and Giants.
I think the Seahawks
Yeah,
will take that game. I
yeah,
think Tiger will put up a fight, but I think in the end, D will take that game.
yeah. It's tough, man. That is tough.
Yeah.
And of course, who is it? Myself, um, Titans.
You guys got
Who else
buys?
has a bye? Yeah, we got buys. I'll look it up. Yeah, we got buys that week. All right, so myself. Yeah, the
Oh,
Brown. All right, the Falcons. They had a card right there.
so the
Usually it's
Falcons have a
10.
buy.
Yeah, Falcons have a bye.
So who in? So the Cards had a buy too. Then.
I thought the cards. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is the cards. Yeah,
Okay.
my bad. Yep. So yeah, we got buys. So I'm gonna tell you though. So the two tough games I had this year, that if it was really, I mean, if I won them, but I shouldn't have won them. Was against the I shouldn't have, and I give them all credit. The Falcons. Uh, he was actually beating me by 21 points at halftime. And I'm sitting back. I remember my wife was at the top of the steps, and she was usually if it's a good game, I'm like, hey, make sure the kids upstairs. I need to be focused. And
Right.
I'm like, I'm losing about 21 at halftime. I don't have no answer. I was like, hey, bring them down here, whatever. And they put a movie on. I'm watching the movie while I'm playing this game, and then it's just everything started falling for me.
Oh wow.
He actually switched his game up and ran a totally different offense, I believe, in the second half. And I came back and beat him. Let's see. I think I beat him by a touchdown. Yeah. And he was beating me by 21 at halftime. So me trying in the first half and then not caring in the second half, I won the game.
Sometimes that's all it takes, man. Just not really thinking about it. Just playing.
Right. Right. And then the Texans, man. The Texans are mean. I played them a couple of times last year and didn't have an issue, no issue playing them. But when I played them that game, I got lucky. I think right before halftime, I scored a touchdown and I beat them 10-3.
Oh wow.
So it was a defensive game, but yeah, his defense is just it's on another level.
And
Yeah,
you
he's
said that
good.
I think he had the last game with the Jags. That game was it's like a one score. I think it was 7-3 or something like that. That was a
Let's see.
defensive battle too.
Mm-hmm. Let's
So
see, Texans. Did he lose that? No, he won it, right?
I think he might have won it, but it was a
The
close.
Jags. Oh yeah, that was 12-7.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, he's changed his game up, man. He's definitely he's gonna be nice in his playoffs.
I'm interested to see what he does when he goes to the Bears with that defense over there, with
Yeah,
Khalil Mack and them other guys he's got.
yeah.
So,
Man, I'm mad at that. Why did your boys? You got the hat on too, man. Come on, man.
I don't
Why
know,
y'all
man.
trying?
I don't know. Like I said, I've been this whole season. I stopped watching football. It's like ain't even point. There's no point. I mean, all I do is get frustrated. I'm like, you go from a 12-4, you have 2 off seasons, then you think, okay, this year's the year, and all of a sudden your team gets dismantled. It's like, what in the world, you know? So
Your court, no, your coach. I blame your coach.
we'll see, man. I'm hoping. It's like when what Jones did with the Cowboys when he got rid of Herschel Walker. He kind of dismantled the team too. Got a lot of picks, and then the following year, he got Aikman, he got Emmitt Smith. They put that team together, and they started winning games. So we'll see. You never know with the draft because
Yeah,
them first rounders aren't guaranteed, but hopefully they got a plan in place, and I just gotta believe he's doing something right.
right. Exactly. You definitely got to
I mean,
believe,
that's why I
man. Yeah,
struggled this Madden because I think the team compared to last year, I had a pretty decent defense, so I could rely on that. This defense right now is I got to pray that they come to play, and hope that
right,
my offense, I thank God I got Coop that they didn't make that trade at the beginning because he blew. I think in the stat wise, he's one of the top 5 receivers
right.
in the game. But if it wasn't for that, I think my offense, I wouldn't even win some games, but. I'm hoping this offseason, with those picks, I can do something, get the team
Yeah,
back, get the flow going, and
yeah,
compete for that division. And because I think Bullock and we'll be short because we don't have anyone for Denver. So hopefully we can. That's another thing. Hopefully we can fill the league back up. We got a lot of CPU teams. That's a lot of free wins. We got to get this league full again. So and if y'all are here and out there watching, if you got friends and family, you think they fit the league, let us know. We definitely got some teams to fill. So.
yeah. I'll get that off. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, we got what 3 or 4 teams open.
We got it'll be what the Broncos is one. We'll have the Colts as another. Now, once this offseason goes, I think that the Texans will be free. Um, and I think they're all in AFC, I believe. And then we got I think it's four teams. I'm not sure. I know three for sure. The Colts, Texans, and the Broncos are open right now. So
I don't see the Texans being open that long, man, because that's a nice team.
that defense and that offer,
Yeah,
I wouldn't see why they'd stay open. So
yeah.
unless someone
I
moves
mean,
around, there could be some movement, but we'll see.
right, right. All right. So with that being said, playoffs, and once again, guys, please make sure y'all Twitch y'all games or use Mixer so we can watch it and then post it on our page. So who you think? Who's your top five in the league right now?
Top
Top
five.
five owners. Yep.
Well, you got three in that one division. You know,
Right.
you got
Exactly.
between the Tranks, D, and your brother. That's three right there. Um,
Well, I don't know because you got the Falcons. Falcons are 14-2, and then you got the Texans
yeah, but
are
I look at
15-1.
but if I look at the strength of the division, you got to give those
Ah,
three guys.
you're right. Yep, you're
You
right.
know,
Yeah,
because
you're
right
right.
now the Falcons, I know they've owned that division for quite some time, but it's almost like the competition is lacking.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him, but comparing that division down there, with
Yeah.
Franks and them, that's a tough division, and for them to only take two losses, or I think what they took less than three the whole year. That's pretty impressive, and all three teams made the playoffs. That's I mean, you still got the Vikings over there too. I mean, you can put them in that
Right. Well,
category
shoot. You even got the Panthers, which is messed up. The Panthers went 11-5 and didn't
and
make the playoffs.
missed the playoffs. Correct.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, NFC is tough. I mean, you got probably over there, between the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Falcons, and the Vikings, and you throw in the Panthers. I mean, you got a lot of teams in that, just in NFC alone.
Yeah.
AFC, you got you and the Browns. You're always in the top there. I think you went undefeated
Yep.
again. You have the Texans who came out. Jags, um, and then the Dolphins came out roaring at the beginning there, and then towards the end they kind of
Yeah.
fell a little bit. I don't know if what it was just for things came up in real life. He just couldn't play the games, but he kind of started losing some games. I thought he was going to go undefeated in that division,
Hmm.
because again, that division, some divisions are lacking competition, but it's not taking away anything from the guys. But AFC usually you're the top one in that one. Nation, I think once he gets the Titans going, I think he'll be in that top two. But I mean, right now the top five, I would have to say it's you, D, your brother, Tranks, and then it's a toss up between the Vikings and the Falcons. Actually, now, you know what? And I got to take
Yeah.
that back. The Texans too. I
Yeah.
can't.
Let's say you forgot
I
the
can't.
Texans. Yeah.
I can't exclude the Texans. They're in that. They're in there too. So you almost got like the top eight. Those are between the top 10. Those are the guys right there.
Right. I mean, just playing the Texans, I definitely have them. And even though I won that game, that could have went either way. I got lucky, and I remember the play. I actually videotaped it because he took over his safety and moved him over, and my running back just went on the street. And he was
Oh,
wide open. But yeah, that game could have went either way. So he's definitely number two, just playing him because his defense is just nasty.
right.
Um, yeah, man. And then man, you gotta say like for three is like you said, Tranks, Dan, and D. It's one of those. And then of course, then the Falcons. I don't want to leave them out, even though they have a good record. But yeah, their strength of schedule in their division. Ew.
Yeah. It's almost as I say we probably should just do the top 10.
Right, exactly. Right, right,
Top
right,
10, or you do the top five in each division between AFC and NFC.
right.
So
Yeah, even the Panthers they went 11-5, but still, you got the Bucks. They went 5-11. Saints went 5-11.
right.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I
It's
think
tough,
I think
but
if we would have, like you said, throughout the season, probably would have did the power rankings.
yep,
That thing would have been up and down all season long.
yeah,
You know, especially with that way that division was.
yep.
You know, so And
So
yeah, I mean, I guess it's tough. It's when you say top 5, it's tough right now
yeah,
because no one's really. I mean, everyone you can say. I guess we'll have to wait. Hopefully, Tranks next season will put some time into that power rankings and do his numbers and his stuff, and we'll see how that goes next season. I'd be interested to see who the top 5 will be, if we're right or wrong with what we're predicting now.
yeah, yeah. So all right, then from there, man, it's just awards for this season. Man, forget the Jags. They took that MVP away from me, man. God, dog. Dude got like a 4,000 yards rushing, 4,000 yards receiving. Fournette, God, dog. Let me pull his stats up.
Yeah,
Cause I've seen that.
Yeah, he's a beast. I'm surprised he didn't get him injured with as much yards and stuff he had with that guy.
Yeah, I'm
Surprised he lasted the season.
pulling that up right now because I've seen the stats. I'm like, man, you take him out. He don't have a game. Yeah, so rushing, he had 2,201 yards rushing, 325 carries, 6.8 yards. He averaged 32 rushing touchdowns. Then you go to receiving. It's not that bad in receiving. I thought he had more yards in receiving. Oh no, I must look at something else. He actually has 0 touchdowns, only 197 yards receiving, with 24 catches. Now I remember last year that was his baby. He would throw him, out in the flat, hit him up, and yeah, he actually didn't throw to him a lot. But yeah, he definitely run with him, so you can stop his run game. He doesn't have a game.
Yeah,
he does not have a game at all.
See, and I think that's the one thing too. When we were putting out stats, we were putting people on the spot, like throwing out their weaknesses. Like, hey, this guy, here's his top player. And people would kind of take on that, and be like, okay, if we can take out this player, and I think that's why a lot of guys look forward to the podcast. They'd be like, okay, what scouting report can we get when they start putting out these players as the top players right now? We didn't. So hopefully we'll get back to that because I think it's definitely a plus and a bonus for everyone when we do that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, so he actually that's well deserving. I mean, he ran the ball, which is hard to do in this game, and you gotta get in the rhythm.
You said he had 2,000 yards. That is
2,201 yards, 32 rushing touchdowns.
Dang.
Yeah, he got the record. Yeah. Yeah, man. So he running the ball in this game is not easy. And you got to get in the rhythm. And it's almost luck, and you got to have good, user skills too, juke at the right time or spin move. So,
right. Yeah, you can't use that speed burst like you used to. You gotta wait to use it.
Dude, I'm telling you, we are playing Mortal Kombat. That's what we're playing, Mortal Kombat. You're doing all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing all that. Which a lot of people don't know. I forgot who I was talking to. They were still holding down the juke button. I mean, the speed burst, not knowing you're supposed to tap it. So hey, that's a nugget out there for people that don't know. Definitely, you got to tap it now. Be in the rhythm when you use your speed burst.
Right.
Yeah, I seen that on somebody else's video in another league. I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't know that. So that's I need to go to the training and learn the new functions. So yeah, man. Yeah, he definitely locked up MVP. Baker Mayfield, dude, he was solid for me. I put him as starter at the beginning of the season and look back. I actually trade what's his name? They say I even forgot his name.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
I think I got like a 3rd round pick for him or something like that. But
yeah,
I wasn't going to use him. Baker's been a beast for me, man. Just dropping dimes.
Did he get the rookie of the year then?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he got rookie of the year. Let me pull that up. Yeah, he didn't get offensive player of the year, but he got rookie. Yeah.
Fournette probably got that one too, huh?
Yeah, he got offensive player of the year. Man, forget the Jags, man. God, dog. All right, and Zach Cunningham for the Texans got defensive player of the year.
Is that a rookie or?
So I don't know. Let me see. No, he's not a rookie.
Okay.
No. But I got rookie of the year, man. I'm sorry, I was kind of sorry. I was banking on that MVP. No, but let's see. What else? Yeah, of course, quarterback. Yeah, I got quarterback player of the year.
Okay.
So I got that position. Let's see, Deshaun got it for the Texans. Well, he came in second, I mean. And Patrick for the Chiefs. So even in real life, man, he's a beast. He might
Right.
get it this year, man.
Yeah, he might. He probably will.
Yep. Dude, Fournette, man, he's gonna get a lot of awards this year, man, because he he got best running back, MVP, offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Shit, he might as well get it for a kicker too. Shoot, Lord.
I wonder how they do that kicker one because it always seems like um, it's always like the. I know when Nation was the Broncos, he always that his kicker always got the dang kicker of the year. I'm like, man, how does he?
Right.
And he barely kicking stuff.
Now, I won it. My kicker won it. Don't tell me how, but he won it. I take it. God be the glory. All right. Yeah, man. This
So that was AFC then. Most of the guys in the AFC.
yeah, I'm looking at AFC. NFC. Let me go back up there. Quarterback for Josh for the Cardinals.
Okay.
The rookie. That's a rookie, right? Yeah, he's a
Rosen,
rookie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rosen, yep.
Let me see. I think he.
Yeah, I think all you guys kind of got the game down. Played the rookies. I mean, it makes sense.
Right. And then Cook, running back. He got
that's
best
Kyle.
running back.
Oh yeah, Kyle always runs the dang ball. That dude. If you can stop his running game, you can probably beat him too.
Yep. Adams, wide receiver for Green Bay.
Oh, Connor's his brother. Yep.
Yep. All right. We're gonna do offensive lineman. All right, Jones for the Cards for defensive lineman. Bobby, that's D's team, Seahawks. Got linebacker.
Oh, we got Franks just walked in the door. And I think
Is he hitting it?
Nation hit us up too.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yep. I'm telling what's his email because I lost it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He probably mad. He's like listening or.
Yeah, probably. I probably said some stats wrong. No.
Nah, that they were good.
Yeah.
So who won Rookie of the Year? The quarterback. So Rosen got quarterback and Rookie of the Year for the NFC.
No, Jones. Ron Jones for Tampa. Got offensive rookie of the year. Who's that?
Is that the running back?
Ronald. Is he a running back? Let me
I
go to
think he's a
running
running
backs.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Who is that?
He's a running back. He hasn't played this year in real life because he hasn't been able to. For some reason, he ain't been doing good. He's supposed to take over for that running back there because they really don't have him. But he's supposed to be a beast, but he ain't been able to pick up the offense in real life. He picked it up in Madden though.
Okay. Yeah. Oh shoot, that's what's up. That is what's up. Yeah. I need to get over this MVP thing, but I'll be all right. I'll be all right, dude. I'll be all right. Them stats are unreal. You know, I ain't gonna lie, my stats is up there too. But the thing that I actually look for is, granted, yeah, you got the rushing yards, but is it a balance? You know, and I try to make sure my running back is up there too.
Right.
But I was running with 3 running backs. So
Yeah,
as
I'm
a
surprised you
whole,
didn't utilize the rookie Chubbs.
I used him, but he kept on getting injured on me. So during the game, he'll run a couple plays and he's injured. All of a sudden he's out for a quarter and they come back or something like that. So yeah. No, but yeah, Johnson did good for me. I mean, he's always last couple of years been a solid running back for me.
You got Hyatt too, don't you?
Yes. I ain't really use him that much. I mean, I think he came in on third down sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you this though, I thank God they didn't do that trade to New England for Josh Gordon. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of him.
I
at
think
all.
someone asked you about that, right? In the
Oh yeah, yeah. In real life, he got traded.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah. I wouldn't trade Cooper to the Cowboys right now.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me see.
not
Did he
with the
give me that?
stats I was able to pull with him.
All right. I'm about to add Tony.
Okay.
Let me send him an email right now. And, there he is. All right. All right. All right. Tell him it's sent.
Now, do we have it set to where it's switching between us when we talk? You get the camera, I get the camera, or is it just on me?
It should have been doing it. I think it's been on you, has it?
I think that's what Tranks was saying, but we'll see.
Yep, there you go. I got it off. So yeah,
Okay.
Tranks told me about that. Yeah, I think I double clicked on you and it was highlighted.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep,
that
there
works.
you go.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Yeah, I just told him it was sent.
We already done.
Right, exactly.
Done with the
And
show.
right. Let's see. Somebody just right. All right. Yeah. Told Tranks it was sent to him. Yeah, we hit the big ones. I know Tranks gonna add on to it, but definitely I wanted to talk about uh who's hot, who's not, uh top five, talk about stats. Um and some of this other stuff, and we can talk towards the end. I think the key one you guys talked about a lot last year was readying up.
That one's always tough, man. And even with the app, it's always been an issue. It's not. I've noticed that some of the guys, I don't know if it's. I don't want to say that they give up, but it seems like once they know they ain't going anywhere. It's like they scheduling, because I've noticed this season too. Scheduling's been really, really bad. Guys aren't posting their times availability. They're posting stuff like, "Hey, when can you play?" But they don't really give the time. So then it's almost like you really don't get any response back. And I mean, it's just like you mentioned earlier, communication. It really
That's it.
hasn't been. It hasn't really happened. Or for the most part, most of the guys, the regulars, y'all make it happen. But there's some guys that just it's bad. And then
Yeah.
then the whole situation with the summer win. When you people feel they should have that and they shouldn't get it. It's that's kind of stuff that we'll probably rehash this off season and kind of bring up to light again and just kind of say, hey, we got to get better at this, because
Yep.
those guys that are committed to making playing their games and make the time for it shouldn't have to wait, you know, 3 days, 2 days after we've advanced to figure out that they can play or not, and then you're
Right.
rushed to play. They're rushed to play a game, a CPU game that you could have played day one, if you weren't going to play.
Yep.
So it's definitely some concerns we have that we'll probably bring up and hash out, because I know Nation's been real vocal about it. I think one of the guys left the league. I think one of the guys dropped out of the league. If I'm not mistaken, the Jets is no longer in the league. I think it's he.
Okay.
I hate me or something like that. Somebody left the league, and I know he was put on blast about that, because I think Nation took a sim loss for that, and I don't know if it was you or someone else, kind of said the same thing. You got to get better at scheduling, because this.
Well, the thing is, like, they'll wait till the last day and say, "Hey, can you play now?"
Right.
And you can't do that, especially if we're advancing on a Saturday night and we, of course, advance that Wednesday night. You got all those days to play your game.
Right.
So, for me, if I know our schedule. So,
Right.
and I definitely know my schedule. So I know, all right, Sunday morning, I send out a, communication. Hey, are you, when can you play?
Right.
I'm available at these times. Now, if you're not
Right.
available in those times, I'm actually real flexible where I could, flex my time and, to play the game.
Right.
I even could play real late. I say about in between 10 and 12. Usually I'm trying to go to bed at that time, but I could play in between those times and
Right.
flex my hours. Where then I see some communication. You'll see on a Wednesday at 5 p.m. Hey,
Right.
when are you available? I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. And
come
then
on.
those are the ones you get where it's like, I should get a sim or win. I'm like, nah, because the communication wasn't there. Nobody's going to get the
Exactly.
win. It's a sim, you
Yep.
know. And even then, too, we try to be flexible, and we always make that post too. We always say 24 hours before advance night, if there is an issue, let us know. But
Yeah.
if you wait till advance day to say, hey, I haven't been able to get a hold of this guy. Well, it's kind of hard for us to kind of say it's just a sim. It just makes it easier for a sim because obviously, if you really wanted to play the game, you would have let us know the day before. Hey, I've tried. The communication wasn't there. Can you put
Yep.
him on AP? Let me play. You're not making that effort. It's just a sim. I mean, there's no reason to even debate it. So I'm
Right.
thinking if you really want to play, you'll make your post the day after or the day of the advance. Set your time. If you don't hear anything by day 2, you're already letting me and Tranks know, hey, I can't get a hold of this guy. Can you put him on AP?
Yep.
And at that point, you can get your game in that day or the next day before the advance and play it. There's no issues. But
Yep.
that hasn't happened, so it's been a little bit of a struggle. But you know, so hopefully in this season 2, some guys got things situated. Like Ty, he made that post where, he's a little bit flexible now. He ain't as busy. I'm not as busy as I was before, so hopefully we'll get more games in. Oh, look who joined!
Whoa.
Better late than not at all.
Oh man, take that thing down in the back, man. Oh my God.
Hey, man, there's a whole lot of championships to be represented by there. And
Don't talk
FNG
about
and in
championship.
real life.
Oh. How you doing, sir?
4 hours.
Who spends 4 hours in a restaurant?
Yeah, I wish it, dude. 2 p.m. left at 6 p.m. Dude, I asked my wife. I said, "There's no way we could be there for more than 2 hours, right? So we should be done by 6, right?" I was like, "Sure." Okay, awesome.
Which I
What
do
time
have
did I
lunch
walk
and
in the door?
I had lunch and dinner there.
Lunch, dinner,
Right,
breakfast.
exactly.
Ridiculous.
Right. Took a nap and everything.
Man, well, we had like 13 people, 14 people there, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
that
so
makes
that's a
sense.
party.
20.
Yeah.
That's
Are we
Yeah,
recording
man.
right now? We on
Yes,
air?
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Happy birthday, Candace.
Hey, so we actually talked about a lot already, but we definitely want you to chime in. Some of the stuff we talked about. Uh, somebody brought it up about quitting games, and I know I put on the post talking about something we could talk. Yes, sir. And talked about top 5. Definitely want to know who's your top 5 in the playoffs. So of course, in the beginning of the season, we haven't talked about who we predict or make it to the playoffs or win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And we're in the playoffs now, but definitely want to get your view, your side, what you think. What's something else we talked about?
Oh, that's you. So it's just the 3 of us.
Yeah, it's just 3 of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we didn't mention the reward, the awards, the yearly awards. Who got that?
Okay.
Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah, thank you. And we talked about the stats and everything. We both said screw the Jags. And
Jags got their butt beat by the Colts in real life.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did the Bengals.
Oh, Saints put it on them. 54, like 13 or 14.
Yeah, I don't remind her, man.
I don't want to look up, man. I don't want to look up.
Well,
I'm about to take that.
I missed football today, but I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Brady and the boys got that work too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Tennessee brought it to them today.
Yeah.
The Browns won. The Browns beat the
Browns
Falcons.
pulled off that win too. Yeah. They beat
the Falcons, I think, were looking past them.
Yeah, they probably were.
Man.
So like he was saying, Dilla was saying, what do you your top 5? Who do you think your top 5 are?
Top 5 teams in the playoffs?
Or the top 5 teams in the league right now? Since we didn't do power rankings, who do you think?
Well, obviously, Mr. Undefeated. Oh,
I'll go to God.
Undefeated, 16-0. He's got to be number 1. You can't. Falcons, actually. Falcons will be number 2. I like the Texans, number 3. As far as the NFC, because 4 and 5 could be pretty much anybody. It's up in the air, to be quite honest, because you got the Seahawks, you got me. Me and the Seahawks split this year. Let's see who in the AFC I'm overlooking. I noticed somebody I'm overlooking.
You got the top two, we thought.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Jags there too, and the
Jags?
Dolphins.
Yeah. Yeah, I would put the Jags in there. So what I would do is I'll take me out of the top 5 and put the Seahawks and the Jags in there.
You also forgot the Vikings, man. The Vikings.
Dude, it's a lot. That top 5 is hard.
I beat the Vikings this year, and I took myself off the top 5. Yeah, I know. I'm holding it versus the NFC. So they say,
hey, but that was the first game of the season. You beat them 17-3.
Yep.
But they lost to the Rams, Eagles. They lost to the Cardinals. I don't know, and the Lions.
The Vikings.
Yeah, they lost to the Lions.
For my top 5, I'm not in it, so I can take the Vikings out if I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're getting better. I believe they're getting better, and the teams that they're beating, like they did better against the Bears than I did. Now, there's a little bit of familiarity there,
right?
But his performance against the Bears was better than mine, and shows that he has a little bit more control over his team now. So I'm expecting our game to be a little bit better. And Nation, I apologize, cutting off half of my head. Versus setting it up. So I tell you, I told heart goes out to all in California now dealing with the fires. A couple of my friends, from high school and Madden and just people I know on the West Coast are dealing with that. So just want to hearts and prayers going out to everybody who's injured with that. But I was talking to Patrick Nagel, and he and I were like going neck and neck as far as making the playoffs. And I think he lost last week, and I won last week and this week. And that he with 11-5, he got eliminated. So it was tough in the NFC this season.
Yes,
we got the Texans owner coming over.
Yep.
To the Bears.
Yeah, we talked about that too. That's gonna make the NFC even tougher.
Right. Go ahead. Go over there. All right. Okay. Hey, I don't want to see the Texans or the Falcons.
Yeah.
Those are 2 tough games right there. Forget it.
Probably. Well, hopefully, you don't have to see the Falcons. Hopefully, it's me. Can I say that? Is that fair?
Hey, you got D and Dan watching this right now.
Yeah.
Hey, they talking.
Yeah, right now, what looks to happen, if I'm able to win my game, I would play the Cardinals again. So I'm the 6th seed. Because I happen to know the NFC wild card situation a little bit better. So if the Vikings beat me, I got swept by the Cardinals.
Okay.
But if the Vikings beat me, and let's say the Seahawks beat the Giants, which I'm predicting actually.
Yeah, I think I picked that same. I picked that same win too.
Right. Then that means the Vikings will play the Falcons, and it would be an NFC matchup that way.
Okay.
So either way, Dan is getting another NFC West opponent. If both of us win, he's dealing with me. If I lose and he wins, he's dealing with, if somehow the Giants can beat the Seahawks, but the Giants beat the Seahawks, then and I win, still. So it would take the Vikings. It would take both division winners in NFC for Dan to not play us.
No disrespect to the Giants. No disrespect to the Giants, but I don't see that happening. I'm just looking at their schedule right now, and things they lost to, and D gotta give that game up, knowing how D plays. The Seahawks.
But understand, he's not in the playoff very often. So Tiger, now's the chance to take care of business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? You can make it happen like Eli
with
did.
Joe going over there, he may not make the playoffs.
You know what? That is true.
Joe taking over the
Yeah.
Migos. That he may reign that division here next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not even bashing the Giants. I'm just saying,
you're respecting
hey,
the
come
quality
on,
of his opponent.
hey, no, come on, Giants, you can do it. I'm sorry, D. I just I want to put pressure on you. Yeah, come on, Giants. Root for the underdog.
Tell you
All
what,
right.
if
Right.
he pulls that game out, he's gonna let us know. So
Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
and I have familiarity, so
It'd be like the Reggie when he had the Jets last year, and he had a post for every win he
oh
had.
that was awesome.
Oh my
That was
God.
that was the
awesome.
best. In fact, didn't he
All
just
right.
beat somebody recently?
The Dolphins.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a big win because the Dolphins came in the league tearing it up, giving everybody losses. And I was like, okay, we got another good guy in the AFC, and
Right.
that was a good whooping he put on that guy
Yeah.
in the playoffs. So
And he
all
Well, now that
conceded
he's
at
got,
halftime.
I think he just needed that internet connection to work, man. Because I know my game
Yep.
against him, he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go on AP because this is just too bad for me. I'm playing on Wi-Fi."
Yeah.
And
right.
I think he was at his mother-in-law's house. He said,
Yeah.
next week I'll be at my house, and you can see the difference from him having a good connection to having a
Yeah,
bad connection." And
No.
like
No.
and like Dilla said, he got lucky. He made it at 8-8. He made the playoffs with an 8-8 record. So it's not like the NFC where you 11-5, that wouldn't cut it. So
No. Yeah. So
Jags and
I
Chiefs.
said
What did you guys pick? Jags and Chiefs.
I said that was gonna be
I
a
don't know.
dogfight. I think the Jags might pull that one out, but it's gonna be a dogfight on that game.
So you feel the Chiefs had an easy walk through the season, and the Jaguars just happened to be in a tough division.
And man, he beat me twice, man. That was it. That was easy. It didn't take much to beat me, even though the games look close.
Well, I tell you, as long as Bullock can keep his interceptions down, he should be all right.
No. He just need to run the ball, rushing for 2,201 yards.
Yeah,
That's
Jags,
crazy.
man. And I tell you what, that's Bullock's weakness is the run game.
Right.
So if Fournette is for real, he's gonna have his hands full with the Jags.
I think he's still trying to figure out who he is. The Jags. I'm be honest with you. So
he figured out Fournette.
Have you guys talked about broadcasting?
Yes, sir. Yep.
This is a suggestion, and I don't want to make it a hard rule or anything, but I believe the home team of whatever game it is should broadcast. If for some reason one can't, or the away team prefers the broadcast, that's fine. But I mean, to me, these playoff games are more important than the real NFL games, and you're talking from a football head saying that. So, I would like that. That would make my day because I would want to watch my game, the Chiefs game, the Giants game. I want to see that, and we got Mixer built in to the system. That's easy to do. You just go hit broadcast, go over to the little radar thing, go down to broadcast, hit broadcast, and it does everything else. You can just play like you're normal. Everyone will want to watch it. So that's just my heart goes out to people just to play, so we can get enjoyment out of your win or loss.
Oh yeah, Diller's got a fan base at work, man. He said he puts it up and he got people watching over his shoulder. So
man.
you gotta get that fan base going.
Right. All right, man. Hey, especially I figured out how to record them.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and and just see like certain plays I did. Like how did I pull that play off?
Right.
So yeah, that's the other side of me. Just
tutorial.
Hey.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey. I try to get my boy Tim Hewell.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's getting frustrated the last couple of years with his game.
Right.
When I first came into your league 4 years ago, he was kicking my butt, and I told him I think in this Madden, especially 2016 Madden or 15, one of those, it's hard to play the defensive lineman, which I love to play. I like to be the DN. And then I started seeing but I can't get off the man. He's constantly. But you need to be a linebacker or a DB to play this game now. You need to be a user and just float. And, lurk. I guess they call him.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell Tim Hewell. You gotta get off that line just to be a presence in that secondary.
At least occasionally, you can play the line, I know some people like the Seahawks. They play the line sometimes, and so does the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people who can win, playing the line, especially if a good lineman. But there's sometimes you got to play either a D-back or a middle linebacker or outside linebacker or something, because there's too much going on that you can just eliminate by being just near the guy. Eliminate a read for a quarterback, and the more time you have to wait, there's a potential for a sack. So,
Right.
Just a suggestion to whoever's struggling out there. And another addition to that, if you're having issues, one, swallow your pride and like, hey, I'm having issues. Like I think the Chargers, I think, his name Marcus, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the M.
Yeah.
He was
Marcus,
saying, yeah, I got to work on some things. I wanted to play the computer this week, but we kind of pushed the advance up because it was all AP games. And I was just like, hey, if you're having trouble, set up a scrimmage with one of the guys that are good. And most of the guys that are good have no problem helping the guy get better, because let me tell you, especially me, if I show you how to play, then I'm going to be expecting you to represent me, and I want you to do well, and I'm going to be rooting for you. As long as you're not in my division or you're not on my schedule, I'm going to root for you.
Right. Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm beatable.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
I've come
definitely
close
beatable.
a couple times.
It's like they say any given Sunday, everybody's beatable.
Exactly.
Right.
You got to play.
Exactly. Actually, I need to take something back. Yeah. So Reggie sneaks into the playoffs at 8-8. I forgot the last game of our season, I won by a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
But in my defense, I was winning by I think 21, and I took out my starters, and he started coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
That makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to play your starters if the game really don't matter to you.
Right. Yeah.
Well, like my wife would say, that she tears it up all the time when it comes to these sayings. Count your eggs before your chickens hatch.
Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Count your chickens before they hatch.
Right. No, but going back to what you said, I'm definitely for helping people out. There's some couple people, guys. Actually, I'll show some plays, but you need a lab. So it's not one of those you can really learn playing somebody. Go into the lab, pick some plays you really like, and dissect it. Do different hot routes. It's not against the rule to use hot routes.
Right.
It's not against the rule to put your player in motion and put them on another, other side of the market.
Right.
Use it. It's there. They do it in real life. So, yeah, I'm definitely for. If anybody needs help, I'm not saying I'm a Madden god or nothing like that. Nope. I'm humble.
You're the champ.
I'm humble. No, I'm humble. I'm humble. Hey,
Texans.
It's Jaguars, 2 of those games I could have lost.
Ravens, 16-0 right there, and he still got the title. I'm just saying, what y'all gonna do?
Oh yeah, last year I forgot. Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
No, not last year. Right now.
Well, I'm saying last year, Madden. Yeah.
You're the man to beat.
Hey, and I'm humble because I know my day is numbered. Hey, as long as you don't bring Chaz back in this league, I'm good. Hey, in the text though, somebody else in our group text, and they put in I think Reggie said something about shut up deal before I call Chaz. I put like a scary face.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, I haven't heard from him, and there's always a good possibility he may come back, because I know it was hard for him to decide to make that call to call it quits. I mean, I think eventually for all of us it'll be that way, but it was definitely hard for him because he was looking forward to going to the Tranks division.
Yeah. We were looking forward to him too.
So,
I pray for him too.
Now. Slide right in there.
I know, right?
Mess all your dreams up.
No, he good. Well, I'll find somebody. I'll ask my wife if she want to play.
He gonna Doug gonna fill the whole league up so Chaz can't come back.
Hey man, you'll see my daughter, my wife, my mom. You can see everybody.
Like Tranks, your daughter 20 now, right? She can play Madden then.
Right.
He know how to hike the ball, right?
That's funny.
I'm good, man. Chaz, man, he was unbeatable. I couldn't do nothing against him, but I don't want to talk about him. Forget Chaz.
You still got nightmares.
I do. Hey, that Super Bowl was mean. My wife was watching it. It's like, well, what you gonna do? I'm like, what you gonna do? You ain't helping me. Shoot. She ain't watched the game since, so whatever. All right. Anything else? Let's see. I know we talking about scheduling games, stuff like that. People waiting to the last minute, on a Wednesday or a Saturday to schedule their game.
And not communicating us early that you're having issues at the
Yeah.
last minute and asking for a
sim win,
dude.
Yeah.
If it wasn't explained, I'm sure Ocean took care of it, but we do not give a sim win unless you've already attempted to play the game and your opponent, disconnects or whatever, and you just don't want to play it again. You'll get that sim win.
Yeah.
But if you're playing AP and you ask, it's just not happening, dude. We're not in the business of giving away sim wins. There's too many people were getting it last couple Maddens like that. Weren't playing the games, but they had a good team and were getting wins because of it. Nah.
Yeah. Let's see. I say two more things. Definitely, I'm up for doing this anytime.
Yeah.
My wife knows that I love playing this league. I'm definitely not a person that spends 4 or 5 hours on the system.
Right.
I got kids now, and if you see my name, I'm logged in. That's not me playing Fortnite.
Right.
Or Roblox. That's my
Right.
daughter. They got that on lock. But definitely, I'm up for either every week and definitely bringing other guys. So I'm getting hit up even now, guys saying, "Hey, I want to get on to talk."
Yeah.
I'm definitely for that. Just talk about the league and get your side. I remember last year when you guys were doing the show, I'm screaming at my phone like, "Hey, but say this." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm definitely up for having open the conversation.
What we should do, and what I was trying to do the last time you put that post is, you put, "Hey, we're about to do a show. Is there something that we should be talking about?"
Right.
And you, as FNG owners, if you put that stuff in there, we'll talk about it. This way, we're talking about the subjects that you want to hear.
Right.
That way, you can chime in on it.
Yep.
Or it'll be just what we think about. Now, I know I'm entertaining. I know that. And I can talk to myself all day long, but I'd rather be talking about the stuff that you guys want us to talk about and the stuff that you guys think about. So when we put that post in there, "Hey, what do you want us to talk about? Here's some of the topics." Say, "Hey, this is what I got a question about. What do you think? What's Hosyan's specific opinion?" I don't want to hear Tranks talk. I want to hear what Dill got to say about this. That type of thing. So that's important.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. And another thing, and I know I talked to you already, Tranks, giving you guys praise about how this league is ran. Definitely one thing that I see in this league that the language, showing respect to your opponents. You don't see a lot of people getting blasted on the page.
Yeah, I like that.
Getting caught out. I love that. Granted, we could talk trash, but still show respect behind it.
Yeah.
So I definitely love how everybody's running this page, and showing each and every owner respect.
Yeah.
And even the play calling. So myself, I have not seen dirty play calling. I haven't seen people use the same play within within our game.
Right.
And even if they are doing it, open your playbook, because it's easy to, all right, I know where you're gonna go with this play.
Right.
But what I've seen, people are actually opening their playbook, and it's you really got to read their offense or you got to read their defense.
Yeah, everyone's got a good mix. It seems like everyone has a good mixture in their playbook. I mean, sometimes you see the plays run a couple times, but it's like they say, if you can't stop it, of course someone's going to keep running it. But it's not. It's not consistent like back to back to back. It's they run a couple plays and then they kind of see catch up guard, run it, boom, and they get the they exploit your defense. But yeah, you're right. It's not the cheese play that one would say that.
Exactly.
This guy's running the same sweep every third play, every third down. He's throwing this pass every first down, because we got guys in the league, and Tranks and I have talked about this on the side. We got the guys in the league we got now. They catch up, they catch on. These aren't guys that don't know how to play. So you keep running that play, you're going to end up with an L.
Right.
Especially if it's broadcast.
Right. So, so that's the good thing. I agree with you on that, Dylan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I do want to do one thing too. I think at the end of the year like this, at the Coach of the Year, I think we should get them on the podcast.
Coach of the Year per Madden standards, or Coach of the Year that we agree on?
Whatever, if we could do Madden standards or something we agree on. I just want to kind of get their perspective on, what they did, to get where they were, to earn that title, for that season. Because everyone wants to kind of get a perspective of, what they changed, what they did, what they wanted to accomplish throughout that season. Just kind of get a different perspective on that person.
Right.
It'd be nice to get them in there and see what they have to say. And I'm pretty sure others would too, because I'm pretty sure that may help others in their game, saying, "Hey, I did a little bit of this, it changed up my game, and this is kind of I got the record I got this year, and vice versa." So,
well, hey Del, Nation just asked, can you see the live chat? Since you're hosting, can you see the live chat that's going on? Because there are some questions that people are shooting.
Let me see.
And since we were talking while he's doing that, we were talking about Coach of the Year, and we happen to be the guy running the chat. I mean, the podcast is Coach of the Year. So
there you go.
15-0. I'm sure something can go.
Oh, thanks to God, who's ahead of my life.
You ain't gonna walk through my church like this. I'm gonna point you out. I'm on the pulpit. I'm pointing you out. I'm gonna let you know. There he is.
Hey, tell him I'm still learning this thing. Let me see if it's right here. All right. No, I don't see any chats.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. But see, I'm in Google Hangout, and I don't see it. I think that's just in there.
Okay.
I don't see it. Yeah.
I'm
Now I could, of course, pull my phone up.
On the live feed if people are posting there.
Right. Well, that's probably something we should work on, because it's still work in progress. And
Hey, wait. So all right, look, they hit me up on Xbox Live. So D, we already talked about Mayfield not getting MVP, so you can stop texting that, man. I get it. Don't forget you, man. We already talked about that for like 15 minutes. How he boosted his stats up.
Hey. Like nobody can stop him.
Right, man. I mean,
we'll say when they play the Chiefs, if Bullock can stop for the MVP.
Man, I need to look at that division. The
Texans are in that division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Texans stopped.
He lost.
He lost twice. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Texans took the 2 games.
Yeah.
I think the last one, honestly, probably wasn't fair to say he won, because I think they both sent their starters.
So I know I need to get on. Is Nation? Nation's in that league, in that division.
Right.
Yeah.
So come on, Nation.
Yeah, I think he'll pick up, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast. I think Nation, once he gets familiar with the Titans, he'll give the Jags a run for the money. So.
Yep. Now, fellas, definitely, I'm gonna work on trying to find that chat where I can see it, or I just have my phone next to me, and I can see it off of there. We could talk about it, because both of my kids has my work phone and my personal phone.
Oh, okay.
Man, forget them, man. So I don't. Yeah, without messing up something. Let me see if I can. But yeah, I don't see the chat. Do you guys see it?
I was trying to look. I don't see it either.
But I'm just happy my phone's working the way it's supposed to, so I'm not gonna touch on that stuff and end the call or something crazy.
Yeah. No,
I know
we
my
just
lane.
talking
I'm
about?
staying in my lane.
You staying in
So
your
where do you? I guess we'll talk offline once we're done to figure out. We may have to have 2 things up: one for someone to look at the chat while we're doing this, and then we can bring up questions that someone's bringing up, and then answer them as we go.
Yeah.
There it is. So, just on top of your head, when did Nation take over the Texans? I mean the Titans.
He took them over like mid. I think it was like week 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Right
before mid-season.
Yeah. It was mid-season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need Nation to step up, man. He got some L's on there, but man, it's still tough. The Texans and the
still
Jags.
in the game,
Yeah, hopefully we can fill the teams, like I said, because that's one of the biggest things. Now we're gonna have some vacancies going on. Texas going over to the Bears. That kind of leaves a lot of void in the AFC side.
Yeah.
Because a lot of teams that just seems like everybody wants to go to the NFC, and you got a smirk.
Bye.
Look at him. Look.
Bye. Thank you.
Got a smirk over there. Like, yeah. Let them come because I get better. But then that just leaves a void in the AFC.
Right.
Okay.
We'll take that.
Shoot, I'm tired of being stressed out at work.
I might have to give Chaz a call here. I'm like, hey man, I need some recruits.
Hey, don't do that. I got one for you already. Angel. Call my wife right now.
Right.
Let's see if she want to play. All right.
Nah,
No, definitely. I mean, this is the first show we had this year.
Right.
So for the new Madden, I knew it was gonna be long. I gave my wife a 2-hour window. So
where are we at right now?
I think we're at that.
It's like an hour and 30 minutes. You and I, we started like 6:15. We didn't start right at 6. It was a little bit after 6:15.
Yeah.
So definitely, offline we'll talk. Guys, I apologize. I look at the stuff you guys put in the chat room on YouTube.
Well, there has been one major change.
You got that from Kyle?
Yeah, just now. And
okay.
I don't know what you guys talked about because I was late, hella late. But there's a player personnel approval change. It's not Kyle Bear, the Vikings owner, anymore. It's Stephen Billups, the Jags owner.
Wait, what?
Jags will be helping us now with the player position moves and stuff.
Yeah, he's the one that's going to be essentially
approving
and disapproving position switches, making sure that you have a human coach or a human owner. Not that it's that hard to do because we kind of have rules for that already. So it's just we're going based off that. But ultimately, when it's a borderline decision, he's going to have to make the decision, and that's it's kind of one less thing that Hossein and I don't have to do because we already have enough on our plate. And he's been gracious enough to volunteer to help because he cares about the league and he wants to be a part of it, and I appreciate that. And thanks to Mr. Baer, who helped the entire time. So that is real important. Yeah, I know Joe Williams thinks he's going to win the NFC East next season, but I think the Giants might like having a division title behind their name. Let's see if they can get a playoff win, though.
Yeah. Have we heard anything from Bat about him coming back to play? Is he going to be a little bit active this season?
Awesome. Oh, that's good. Kyle said he'll still help, but Steven's in charge, which the more the merrier, which we appreciate.
Yeah. So it's a good thing to have two eyes on something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, man. I mean, you're like Tranks. You and I talked several times, man. You got a lot of people in this league that's invested, man.
Yeah.
So, which is awesome. It's, this league is growing. I think in the right direction, and just get everybody on board. Ready up.
I
want to see that for the first time. I want to see everybody for the first time.
I think we've had
from your lips to God's ears.
Right. You said once. It happened once.
I think it's happened once where Tranks and I both I think we messaged each other, said, "Hey, did you advance?" And he was like, "No." And then Tranks went in and looked and said, "Oh, well, I'll be damned. Everybody readied up, and the league advanced on his own. All we had to do was make the post."
Right.
Yeah.
So we were kind of shocked that we had to actually get with each other to see who advanced.
Did you advance? No, I didn't advance. You advanced? No, I didn't advance.
Yeah. And it's nice when that happens because people can just schedule the games and keep going, other than us making the post. So it's difficult though, man. With everybody's schedule, everybody, real life gets in the way. Even with the app, like I mentioned before, it should be simple. You would think, taking a minute of your time to go in, put yourself in AP, or even click the ready up. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Right.
You would think people by now know their schedule to be able to say, hey, just copy and paste what you posted previously to your new opponent. Say, hey, this is what I'm available to play. It doesn't happen. Look at Mr. 16-0 with the cigar. Is that a cigar or a pretzel?
All right. So look, last night I went to a big brother, big sister gala.
Okay.
And then real nice. It was set up like the 20s and 30s. And they had a guy over there wrapping cigars. Now, I don't smoke cigars at all. But this one right here has been soaked in bourbon. And it smells delicious. So this is for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I wanted to bring this out. That this will be smoked on the Super Bowl when I win it. So there you go.
So you'll be on the podcast smoking it?
I say all that. I'm gonna be choking in front of y'all.
Yeah, right.
No, sure. No, absolutely not. But no, yeah, I couldn't pass it, but it smells
Yeah,
great.
believe
So
it. Yeah.
yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
something
yeah.
bourbon.
Bourbon, right? Yeah.
There you go.
So I just want to show y'all. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
19-0, huh? That's what we waiting for. 19-0.
Yes, sir.
That'd be a big accomplishment there. 19-0.
Well, last season, but
Yeah,
I
do it
mean,
back
like
to
I said,
back to back.
I think Tranks for the season before that,
Right.
advancing the league, advancing. Look at this, advancing it on me before I played my game, and then I also think first I thank God, then I thank Chaz
Right.
for not being in that season, then I thank Tranks. So
Hey, Kyle
yeah.
said you'll be shipping that cigar to him.
Hey man, you get one of these cigars that's been in the bag for like 10 years. I don't smoke, so you can make it. There you go. This one's fresh. I just got this one last night.
Right. Right.
But he got to get past the 49ers first, right?
He's got to
Yeah.
get past though. Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait to watch that, man. Please.
We'll be playing either Monday at I think 9 p.m. I think,
Yeah.
or Tuesday. Now with the game coming on, I might push it to Tuesday, but depending on how I feel.
Yep. So just off of that, man, please, guys, please Twitch your games.
Yeah, I'm a broadcast.
It's playoff time. Now I know you are. We got some other guys that don't. And
yeah, hey, and I don't know how to, because I'm a gigantic idiot, but I don't know how to do that post where you just click on it and takes you to it like you do. But every time I broadcast on Mixer. So if you're a friend of mine, if we're friends on Xbox, excuse me, got gas, just came back from me. But we're friends on Xbox. You can go directly to my name, click on my name, and the options down there will say watch broadcast versus invite to a game, invite to a party or whatever. It'll say watch broadcast. You can go right to the game that way. I know I want to say it's mixer.com. I don't know how you do it, but I always broadcast mine. So we'll see if the Vikings are going to broadcast theirs or not. If not, I'll broadcast the game. So.
Hey, you got Stevens posting his picture there too with a cigar.
Man, I need this. I can't wait to see this, man. Come on. I can't see it, man. They got my phone.
Got a cigar now.
Wait a minute. Right. No, Steven got one for MVP 2,201. Yeah. Get that dude.
His is soaked in cognac.
You can keep that. So the broadcast for Twitch, you just put www.twitch.tv backslash and then your name, your username.
So you done lost Tranks, man. You're gonna have to send him the link.
You're gonna
have to send him the link and then have him put his name on there. So
I got you, Tranks. I got
what
you.
Said.
Yeah. But also, like,
you can just copy and paste that bad boy.
Yeah.
Right. So in my notes I put here too. Going into next season, like I said, I'm up for this every week, and it won't be this long at all. We'll probably,
especially
whatever.
Every week there'll be less to talk about.
Exactly. Definitely, I like for games. If we pick your game to be game of the week, those games be Twitch too.
Definitely, mandatorily.
Exactly. It's not against you at all. But we want to see those games.
Yeah.
Those big games.
It's respect to you. That's how much we like
exactly
you, your team, how well you're doing. Like, it's funny you say that. Early in the season, when the Dolphins joined, I was actually eager to see his games because he was doing well against some people that I didn't expect him to do so well against. So I knew he was pretty good. I just want to see what he was doing, what his game looked like, and how he did against guys that I knew that were going to be hard, outs. So
right.
We pick you as game of the week to do us that solid and broadcast because the whole league needs to see it. It's like Monday Night Football. The whole league needs to see it.
And we definitely got to do our part to make sure we do the podcast so we get those game of the weeks announced as well.
Yeah.
So that way they know who needs to play. And just reiterating on what they're talking about, the mix, broadcast your games. If you haven't done it, like Trank said, if you set up a practice game with one of these guys, you can always do your mixer then too. So if you're not familiar, don't know, that's a good time to try to do it so how to
Yep.
set it up, how to broadcast it. And then
Yes,
for
sir.
you as well, if you're trying to lab it up, that's a good way to go back, like Dillard mentioned. He's found a way to record it. So he goes back and watches what he needs to work on. So that'd be another thing you can do as well. It's not necessarily a game of the week, but it gets you familiar on how to set it up, run it, do it, and then do it. So if you get picked, then you don't have to say, I haven't set it up, I don't know what's going on. That's a good way to, it's a good time to do it, I would say.
Yeah.
And I'm bad at, and I definitely got to do it because I haven't set it up because like I told Tranks, I've been too busy. But now that you guys are mentioning that, I'm kind of on the spot. If I'm calling out games of the week and I get called for one, I definitely need to broadcast my game.
Right.
But again, the good part is if you have Xbox, there's no setup. With Twitch, you got to set up a little bit because you got to get an account, all that. But with Mixer, if you have Xbox, you're already signed up. All you got to do is go over, click. You know what? I got my system on right now. You hit the Xbox button, 1, 2, move it to the right twice. It says broadcast and capture.
Yep.
You click on broadcast, set up your broadcast. It says preparing your broadcast. I'm doing it right now. It says preparing your broadcast, and then it's all set up. Hit start broadcast, and bam.
Yeah.
And I would suggest before you do that to go down there and set your settings so you don't have your chat and saying filth, flarm, filth.
Right.
So you can get that first down.
Right.
Just you can mute your chat. You can.
Yeah.
If that's like me personally, when I play my games, I like to have my opponent in there and we're talking about, hey, good play. Oh damn, I got you. That type of thing. But you can mute your opponent. You can mute yourself. You can mute the entire chat. Have everybody's thing in there. So
yeah,
I would just suggest that. But but you really don't have to sign up. To go to Hoshian's question, don't have to set anything up if you want to use Mixer. If you prefer Twitch, knock yourself out.
Right.
I'll regardless.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yes, sir. And actually on Twitch too, if you record your games, and they'll save them for 14 days. And if you pay for a package, they'll save them for 60 days.
Okay.
So I didn't do that, but I got the 14-day one.
14 days.
So yeah,
I
so
think that's why a lot of
it.
guys go to the Twitch site because it does save it longer than it does with the Mixer.
Okay.
So,
All right. Hey, just 2 more things. One, beginning of the show, Tranks, we talked about your division, how it's unreal. Y'all definitely got the toughest division in this league by far.
Yeah.
God bless y'all. Y'all stay over there. I stay where I'm at. And let me see. It was one more thing.
Well, I called out that there were going to be 2 wild cards coming from the NFC West, and that's what actually happened.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think we talked about this really, but there hasn't been no big rule change from last year to this year. So unless I'm missing something, I mean, we're being consistent and still got the same rules, right? Yeah, no change.
I think we tried to vote on that sim and competitive, but that never, like I mentioned, never went through.
I think I got injuries, so I don't care.
Well, people say the thing. If there were no injuries in competitive, it was heading that direction. I think if a couple people would have voted, it probably would have went to sim. Yeah. But really, we were going to sim mainly because there was 0 injuries all season long that were live, not sim games, not games that were advanced. And now that they put injuries in competitive, there's no real push for sim at this point.
Right.
Because it's not that the games change. You get credit for user plays. That makes sense because it's it'll credit the guys that use their teams themselves. So
it
makes sense.
Yes, sir. And hey, last but not least, I would love to do something we haven't done, a live podcast during draft. Just talk about people's picks, stuff like that. Stuff we could talk offline.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Just it's stuff. I mean, even right now.
I think he's doing that though to distract people from their picks, man. Because that's a big
exactly.
I got a lot of picks coming my way. I don't know if I want to do that. Man. I gotta focus. I gotta get
well, I know.
Hey, I'll be like, hey man, pull the Bible out.
Ezekiel 25:17. No. We always do a party chat.
Yeah, we do a party chat.
At the very minimum. Usually I get on about 45 minutes to an hour before. If I'm late, it's like 30 minutes before. But I don't know. I think a maximum 9 people can be in there. Everyone doesn't join the chat, but we at least are in there talking about how great pick, or man, you reach. Oh man, that guy sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I think Tiger last 2 drafts drafted a guy with one arm. I think.
That's messed up.
Oh yeah, that's that.
No, the guy had like 65 strength. The offensive lineman was 65 strength. He was just mad when he drafted him.
I think he renamed that guy. Didn't he rename him that too? One arm.
Yeah, he renamed him the one arm.
Hey, but it's real life. Seahawks pick somebody with one arm, really.
One hand.
Well, that's true.
One hand. Same thing. I mean, he in the league balling. He got drafted.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How many? Do we know how many people we could have in Google Hangouts at a time?
We have 10 people.
Okay.
But when we did the test run, we had, was it 5 of us?
At least 5.
5. The only thing we asked, and I know Tranks, we talked about it, is just try not to talk over each other. So you have 10 people, that'd be kind of crazy.
Right.
5 was cool. I mean, I don't think it was terrible, but just know we can't talk over each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, 1, don't be mean and talking all the time. Don't get somebody a word in edgewise. And 2,
man, Tranks be talking.
Yeah, that's why on the
your
podcast,
background is loud. It will keep other people from being able to talk.
Okay.
So you gotta watch your. I told my wife, she kind of got to get out of the area so I can get this podcast done. Don't have too much background going on, or just do this.
It's muted. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
guess the question would be: is who would you want in the podcast for that draft night, though?
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
You may get a lot of people because you talk about D's, Billups. I mean, all these guys want to get in here now and throw in their 2 cents and ask the
proofs in the pudding is in the eating. Show up. And be there.
And you know what? Actually, I mean, that night it could be 10. Like you just said, use the mute button. But I love this. I love to talk. Communication. It's Billups. We went to same high school together. I ain't seen that guy in a minute. So the other day when we were talking, it was just good to talk to him. And then of course meet other people in the league. I love this. So I don't care if we get all 10 in there.
You know how I want to see in this? I want to see. This is a personal request. I want to see Tim in this because that's my man. You understand? That's my man. $100,000.
Yeah.
He's been in the leagues almost since the beginning, and a lot of great things have happened in this league because of him.
Yeah.
Especially all you assholes that are in the league now. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I really, it's just a personal request. If not the next one, but just in one of the upcoming ones, I want to see you in there because one, he's funny because we've been in the chat together talking, and he's a funny guy, just generally.
Hilarious.
He loves the league, and the league is better because he's here.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Yeah, I talk to Tim daily. So we work in the same department at my job. So
awesome.
Yeah, we talk about the league.
So motivate
daily.
him real quick.
Yeah,
I
got you.
No, he has to show up guest appearance draft day.
Yeah, I got you. That's my project right there.
Before he jumps on the podcast.
Exactly. Yeah. He told me too. He was like, I just had surgery, torn rotator cuff surgery, September 28th.
So
I came back to work.
Now.
I'm good, man. So I ain't got the sling on now. I'm good.
10-4.
Yeah, right. I'm good. No pain. But I was like, yeah, man, they gave me 50 pills of Oxycontin. I was like, they want me addicted to those things. He's like, no, what you do is you take one and you get you a drink. I'm like, man, you don't take your Tim's a fool, man. But I'll definitely work on that, getting him on, man.
See if we can get him on. Definitely.
All right, and this got, I'm going to get it, put right there. Super Bowl.
Man, I think you're going to have everybody now in the league posting cigars on Facebook here after this podcast.
Hey, it'll be that or asthma inhaler.
Right?
AKA Dan. No, I'm messing.
Yeah.
Anything else, fellas?
Sound like we're good over here.
I think we're good. I think we touched base on everything. We just got to, like you said, work on getting this regularly, weekly.
Right.
Yep, and I'll definitely hit y'all up. I appreciate, man. We had up to 6 viewers, lowest 4, going back and forth. I appreciate the guys sticking it out. I know this was long, but like I said, I'm definitely invested in this league, man. And you just hit me up. I got the setup now. You see, I got the light. camera, microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
All right, good.
So,
So when you choke, I'll give you this inhaler. I'll send you an inhaler. All right. Just breathe. All right.
Hey.
I know you're gonna be choking because you can't just smoke that cigarette, right, Phillips?
Right.
Yeah, Billups is chomping at the bit to add his 3 cents. So I'm pretty sure he'll be one of the ones on the draft night. He'll be in there. Yeah, he'll be.
Hey, this game against the Ravens, I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be nice. Even though he's 8-8, but I forgot about the internet connection. So he just built a beautiful house too.
Yeah.
In Cincinnati. So yeah, he got his internet back up.
Oh yeah, he made that very clear when he talked to me. He said, "Hey, when I get this internet back up, I'll be back to myself." I'm like, okay, because I was missing those posts. I was waiting for him to start posting stuff with the Ravens like he was doing when he was playing the Jets. I was like, man, this guy is funny.
No, he was on a dial-up, so he couldn't
right.
do nothing. Yeah, you'll see it next week once it come through.
Right.
Something he put it out on first week. So
now that Billups has got a little bit of authority with the position changes, I hope he's a little bit more active too.
Yeah. All right, we'll see, man. But yeah, please, y'all, Twitch or mix your games. We can watch that. And yeah, good luck, man. I'll link up with you guys real soon.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right.
That's it, fellas.
All right, guys.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, God bless. Browns number 1.